Hey neighbors, I wanted to bring you up to speed on something that you may or may not care about at all. I don't think most of you will, but I've also learned that the venture out coconut telegraph, Facebook, social media, the golf cart chitter chatter and whispering is a thing that happens, and that's how rumors get going and people get panicked and freak out. So let me jump into what this is right away. You've heard we have done a really good job as a board, as a front office, and as a community at bringing our aged receivables under control. Aged receivables are money owed to the association by the owners. Think condo fees and things like that. Some people miss a payment. Things happen in life. They get behind. There's a million scenarios of what happens, but nevertheless, the money is owed to our community. So our front office and Cindy Rainey and the staff and board and an army of people take this very seriously because it's important. It's our responsibility. And an effort was made in every single account, 735 units. So 735 accounts were carefully looked at to see, hey, there's an outstanding balance. What was that? When was that? Can it be verified? Talking to the owner talking back. And that's gone great. We've collected over 200, I think we didn't just pass, but right around $200,000 in aged receivables. That's a big deal for our community, okay? It's a big deal for you and me. And it's important that we do that. And I'm proud of the effort that's been made. However, there are times and circumstances where we get to the end of the rope, right? We reach out, we make contact. Let me pause and tell you about this. If we find somebody owes and they're in a situation, we even have in our policy a way for them to make payments on the payback. Now, they have to keep current on current. But if you owed us $500 and you need to pay us over the next, I don't want to get into the details of the policy, but there's a window of time, then you stay current and you pay that back and we move along. Because we don't want to foreclose or place liens on properties. That's not what we want to do. It's not helpful immediately. What's helpful is we identify the money was owed, the owner says, I agree, they make an arrangement and get it paid. Great scenario, and it happens all the time very smoothly. So out of 735 units, we probably have 3 to 5 that may be reaching the end of that rope. The notices are going out, lien, foreclosure, things of that nature. If you hear about that, I want you to know an exhaustive effort was made before that, like exhaustive. And there are many situations that are really complicated. Imagine this, grandma dies, leaves her home at the beach to her 6 kids. 2 of them die. They leave in their will to their 2 kids. And nobody knows who's in charge. And as we turn out, we go to the paperwork, the person who's in charge died, right? There's just things like that that we unpack. And then sometimes we find out that the family's embattled. I'm not paying, you're not paying, we're not paying. And so while they're all not paying and arguing, we as a community are sitting here like patiently waiting for our payment that is owed. So in those circumstances, and there are others, we move to the legal steps and get that done. So I'll leave it at that. I just wanted to make sure if you heard of foreclosures or liens or the board is doing this to people, and we're not. We're doing our job as a board, take our financial responsibilities very seriously, and I think this is positively the right way to go and the right thing to do. So if you hear that, there's always more to the story. So I thought I would tell you the more to the story part first. So that when you encounter this, if you do, you'll have a better understanding. So I applaud Cindy Rainey and all that have been involved in the front office, assistant managers, and to the owners who've participated. Sometimes we saw that a payment was owed and then we connect and we realize there was an issue years ago with how that payment was received maybe, and it didn't get accounted. Or maybe you own multiple sites and 2 payments were made on one site and it shows a delinquency on the other. There were things that happened. That are now cleaned up, and that's a good thing. So thanks for checking this out. Board meeting tonight. Hope you'll consider attending that board meeting, and I hope this finds you well. Take care.